going on, folks? Downtown Providence, First Amendment audit. Like, share, subscribe. Fake Mike, real news.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah. Quick question. How seriously do you take your oath to the Constitution?
I'm sorry?
How seriously do you take your oath to the Constitution?
Pretty serious.
How do you feel about the First Amendment, businesses being closed, Fourth Amendment being violated during COVID?
I do my job, bro. That's all I can say.
Your job is to not follow unconstitutional orders, though, correct?
I can tell you that this interaction is being recorded as well. I know you're recording me. So,
Good.
I've been through my badge number 550. If you have a problem with anything
No, I don't have a problem with anything you're doing. I just want to make sure that the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, which countless Americans, civil rights heroes, founding fathers, World War I, Civil War, World War II vets, Vietnam vets, the Constitution is a sacred document, which is the backbone, the foundational document of this country. And I just want to make sure that it's being followed, especially during times of a pandemic, because some people will say, well, it's a pandemic, it's COVID. But Benjamin Franklin said those who sacrifice liberty for security deserve and get neither. And we fought this Revolutionary War during a pandemic. So it's just sad to see the unconstitutionality of what's happening, especially since people have given their blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, I really don't understand that your issue with me, but...
No, not with you. I'm just asking in general. I like to film officers as well. I like to film governors, everybody. Just make sure that public servants are doing the right thing and to remind them. Because a lot of times, you guys are giving false, unconstitutional information. And it's your duty not to follow those orders and to make sure what you're doing is not unconstitutional, because as we saw in the Nuremberg trials, just following orders doesn't cut it. That's still committing a war crime. So I just like to kind of touch base with officers respectfully, make sure that they're upholding their oath to the Constitution, make sure they wouldn't obey any unconstitutional orders.
Okay. Well, I can assure you that I do my job to the fullest extent of what I have to do. Okay?
Okay.
So if you need anything, you call, we'll respond and we'll help you. Okay?
Awesome.
All right?
Sounds good.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise.
All right, have a good day.
You do the same. And it's funny because almost every time I run into an officer, they don't seem like they're aware of the unconstitutionality of what's going on. They haven't really been taught the Constitution. Most officers only get about 6 months of training, and most of it's not on the Constitution. It's on intimidating, subvert people's First Amendment rights, unfortunately. And people haven't been taught that. That's why I try to be respectful, let them know, about the Constitution. That's their job to uphold it, and see how they respond. And almost 9 times out of 10 will get, hey, I'm just following orders. Well, if you guys are familiar with World War II at the Nuremberg trials afterwards, the Nazis had said they were just following orders. That didn't cut it. It's your duty, it's your moral obligation to disobey unconstitutional, unjust laws. And that's also the duty of an officer. So I just want to remind them, too, because they've never had this reminder. And that's why I like to start off being polite with most of these people, too. Unfortunately, we have a lot of type A personalities that don't like to be told what to do or, told to, uphold and honor that oath. People forgot about that. So that's my job, just making sure that my public servants is one of my many hats, one of my many backwards hats, just to ensure that public servants are doing the right thing and upholding their oath to the Constitution. I mean, we didn't even have police at the beginning of this country anyways. That's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother ball game. But that officer was cordial. I'm sure he's taken unconstitutional orders. I mean, he's been living during COVID, and I don't remember him speaking out. Don't remember any of that, so. If you guys notice, I went to Metro PCS and got my ass a free phone, which has a slightly better camera. So it may be bad, but not as bad as used to. All the guys in the comments. Oh, she stopped for a Starbucks on her time. How are you today?
Huh?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How seriously do you take your oath to the Constitution?
Seriously.
Okay, what do you think about the businesses being shut down, the First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, some of the curfews and other unconstitutional activity during COVID?
I think it's necessary to help fight the pandemic, to prevent people getting sick and to keep everyone safe.
But do you think it's constitutional?
I don't see how it's not, but...
Well, I believe that it's not for a number of reasons. But I would also just say one last thing, and I hope you're safe out there. Hope you honor your oath to the Constitution. A lot of the people out there, they're getting medical advice out there from the mainstream news who have lied about Monsanto, who have lied about Agent Orange. Bill Gates gave $2 million to Jeffrey Epstein after he got caught raping children. And the medical industry is, complete with big pharma corruption and large corporations. So I wouldn't necessarily trust them. And the last thing I would say to you is, Benjamin Franklin said, those who sacrifice security for liberty deserve and will get neither. So I hope you're safe, hope you have a good day, but make sure you don't take any unconstitutional orders. You do the same. Thank you. I will.